Bitcoin at $74,000. Now, we could see a rejection here or a potential pump, and now you're thinking, oh, that's obvious. But listen here, because on Friday, I told you that there is a potential for a massive rally or a major rejection. Now, I drafted that either we come up to this 4-hour order block and reject from there, or we push to the 78,000 region. What is interesting is what happened is that when we came back here, there was a rejection from the 74,000 region as I expected, with the market structure shift a lower low on the lower time frame. And then yesterday, Asia basically invalidated that with a higher high, and therefore I am expecting one more push, which is not going to be a major one, can happen today, between today and Wednesday, Thursday. One last push that pushes Bitcoin above $75,000 and a potential rejection from there. Now, yesterday on this little news, I told you I took a short position which got stopped. I still up 2.5 grand on my Bitfunded account, and I also have to talk about oil because I do have this oil trade open that we took here on the show a couple of days ago. So I have to talk about this. What is the expectation of oil? So stick around for that. It's going to be at the end. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗏𝗏. I do these updates every single day, 5 to 10 minutes on trading. We're called the 100x Club because 4% profit every single month accumulated over 10 years is 100x your net worth. You can ChatGPT that. But if that's a mission that you can stand behind and you want to be a part of, well, then join in, spend 10 minutes a day on these videos and dominate the market with us. I know 22% of you are not subscribed, so don't be this 22%, be the 77%. Let's get going. Couple of things. One, before I jump into the charts, 4 news that is important. One, Trump is basically saying that there is no clear evidence that mines are dropped the Strait of Hormuz. Again, this was a big scare when it comes to oil. There is reports that France officially rejected Trump's request to joining with warships to the Strait of Hormuz. Again, there's so much misinformation. Last week we were saying that Macron is sending warships. Now he is not. At the same time, while all this shit is happening in Iran, Chinese warplanes are around Taiwan, which again could be catastrophic for the markets. And all this spiced up with an FOMC on Wednesday. Well, good luck, JP, on figuring out what to make of all this. Let's jump into Bitcoin because I think that is one of the most relevant things that we have to talk about. And then we're going to jump into this oil trade that I've been telling you because it's super important. Okay, one of the things. I've been saying in the community, if you're not in the community, it's free. Join in, link in the top of the description and in the pinned comments. But I've been updating you there. When I can't come here, you know, I can't just jump in from this. This I posted, just so you see my dedication. This I posted at like midnight, right? So when I can't come here and do a video, I still update you in the Telegram. This is why it's crucial that you join in. So what I've been saying here is the following. There was a market structure shift. I didn't suck this out of my thumb. I've been guiding you through all of these things. And I said, if there is going to be a 15-minute market structure shift, I will need to turn a little bit bearish and close my long positions. And I did have long positions, which we took from all the way down here. I actually let you know that I closed them. I don't even know where it is, but you can see it in the community. If you're in there, you probably have seen it. But I have closed these long positions on Bitcoin. What happened is that there was a market structure shift on the 15-minute coming straight from this 4-hour order block. I mean, the problem here is that there is a rejection here. It's not an impulsive one, but as we talked about it last week, this is a major reaction from a 4-hour level, meaning this is a 4-hour market structure shift, retraced to a higher time frame order block, and then the rejection from there with a lower low created, which is the first lower low after this push has happened. You can even look at the internal structure. There was no lower lows happening. So even if you look at this is the first one. Therefore, it is concerning. And I said, if there is going to be an indication in this higher time frame order block, I can actually just pull this all the way up here, that there is going to be a reversal, I will have to close my long positions on both Bitfunded and my own account, and I will need to take a short position. Now, what happened is exactly that. If you look at the 15-minute chart, there was a market structure shift here. This is the 3 consecutive candles, the first 3 consecutive candles, 1, 2, 3, and then it closed below there. And that was an all retrace. So I took a little bit of a small position here. I'll let you know when I did. And on the retrace, literally right here, I opened up a Bitfunded short. Why? Because the risk reward, it was just too great not to do it. Again, retrace after a higher high or a lower low. The retrace was the retrace was sufficient enough for this to be a trade at a 1-to-7 risk-reward ratio. So it made a lot of sense to take that. But what happened is that the market under Asia simply pushed new highs. Now you can argue a couple of ways here. One, there is relative equal highs, which I even saw it at that time. Usually these levels get taken, right? So this is definitely one of the reasons why there was a push here. And as you see, it immediately stopped. There is not even a 4-hour close above there, meaning there could, I always wait for a close above if we're looking at the market structure break, meaning a continuation of the trend, right? You have to have a close above on the 4-hour to confirm a trend that is potentially going to take us to 89,000 on a higher time frame. This is the 4-hour chart. This we confirmed on the lower time frame. Also, guys, if this is complete foreign to you and it's not understandable, we are working already on the beginner's course, which is going to be here. But bear with me. Come back every day. I will make sense. I promise you. If you just skip now, it's not going to happen. So turn around notifications on and come back every day. But that said, ultimately, there is no 4-hour close above there, and there is no rejection. So this got invalidated. All this means is the following. On the lower time frame, and when I say lower, I mean the hourly, there is a close above here. You see? So if I look here and I'm looking for the hourly chart and I say this was the previous high here, there is an hourly close above there. Therefore, this qualifies this level down here. There is the first level where there's 3 consecutive candles is down here to be a sufficient level for a reversal. That means that the final push, which I believe should happen, will have to happen from a retrace of this 1-hour leg here. And once the retrace happens, potentially down here at like 72,000-ish region, this is the level that I would be interested in taking a long off. So I am going to monitor this. If we don't have a close below this 70,400, this is the main level that I'm looking for. I'm actually going to pull this in with the long one so you can see the level. 70,308. If there is no close below there on the 1-hour chart and there is a 15-minute market structure shift anywhere below 71,000, which is probably the 50% level here. You can look here, 72,400. So anywhere here, I am going to take a long position. Stop loss is going to go below the 1-hour low, and I'm going to target the daily equilibrium, which is the $75,000. I told you this throughout the week. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but ultimately markets always retrace 50%. If you pull the 50% on the daily leg, the actual level that the market should come back to is the 75,600 and something. This is a 1-to-2 risk reward trade, which could be an amazing trade if it happens and if this comes back to us. This is what I am looking for. This is what I'm expecting, and we'll see how that plays out. But ultimately, TLDR on Bitcoin, and I'm going to jump into oil. TLDR on Bitcoin, I'm expecting a 50% pullback. If there is a close below the 70,337, is that also a 4-hour level? Is that also a 4? No, because there was no close above. I mean, this is a very strong level regardless. Liquidity has been taken from this level. Very strong demand zone. There was no 50% here, but if this breaks, I'm definitely taking another short position. But if it doesn't, then I just have to play the chart, and I'm targeting the $75,000, $78,000. Now, looking at oil, couple of things to mention here. One of them is that oil companies are going bananas. Like before the war, they were making $62 billion in annual free cash flow. Now at $55 a barrel. At $100 a barrel, they're making $163 billion. So it's going basically exponentially. If it stays above 100, if it stays around these prices, then these companies, U.S. oil giants, are going to make about $100 billion plus this year, which is absolutely crazy. Obviously, it's horrible for the world, but in general, you have to know that, especially when it comes to Trump, is business. Houthis might be Houthis could be this close to going full send. Now, looking at these two other straits that oil can transmit from, similar to the Strait of Hormuz. Again, there is always a narrative that's running for trades and for the markets. So in general, there is this one close to Ethiopia, this Bab al-Mandab. Probably no one actually heard about it, or I didn't, and the Suez Canal, obviously everybody knows. So the question really is, what is going to happen here? If we see Houthis actually taking a lead here and closing, or trying to close these, doing anything similar to what Iran did, oil is going to 150 barrel, no questions, in my honest opinion. So that's something to look out for. And also, nothing shows this better than the fact that major companies and institutions are piling into crude oil longs. Crude oil futures trade 65,438 lots in the week ending March 10th. So 351,000, the highest since February 2020. So you can see 2020, again, what happened there, COVID, uncertainty and all that. So we will see what is actually going to happen here, but this is definitely, so to say, concerning when it comes to oil. Now, it's a great opportunity for us, and the reason why I'm talking about oil, because oil acts perfectly and fantastically on the chart, always comes back 50 again. I detailed that a million times, so I'm not going to go into it, but ultimately oil always comes back 50%. Now we could see that multiple times. First, even on the lower time frame, this is why I took this position, came back 50 and then bounced up from there. So this was one, but also even after bouncing on the 15-minute, it came back 50 here. From that level on, which is this level, there was no retrace happening to the 50%. That means that I am expecting the market, the oil market, for whatever reason to come a little bit lower at $89, $88, $89. If this happens, I am going to be taking a long position again. So I do have this long position open here, which is pretty amazing. Up about, I realized about $700. I still have about $1,200 unrealized. So this is something that I'm interested in taking. I do believe that if the market comes back, we can also push on oil. I do believe that the next stop for oil, whatever it happens, is 112. So we have to take these highs again. But ultimately, if and when we get the 50%, we have to be ready. I told you the same thing down here when there was no 50% retrace, all these regions here, and then it came back 50. You can look at it. I don't even know where we looked. I think it was from here. I don't want to go back to the 4-hour chart now, but it came back down. Once it came back down, and there was a 15-minute market structure shift that you can see here, taking a long position resulted in a 20% move. So I do believe that once it happens again, I am going to take that position again, probably with much bigger size. Talking about much bigger size, in the description we do have an amazing offer for those of you who are not signed up to Toobit yet. Toobit is a non-KYC exchange available worldwide. They are based in Singapore. I know the team, incredible people, great platform. They are our partners here on the channel. And they launched a deposit campaign for new registration, meaning you can unlock up to $30,000 in rewards, depending on how much you deposit, right? So these are bonuses that you can use. If you deposit $20,000, you get $2,000. If you deposit $50,000, you get $5,000 that you can just simply trade with, so to say, risk-free, right? Trading itself is risky, but you don't have to use your own capital. You can just take this bonus and try the platform. And if you like it, stick around. You have great fees, great availability. You do have oil and whatnot. This is why I'm trading here as well. So go and check that out. Link in the description. And otherwise, guys, make sure to come back tomorrow. Big week ahead. Let me know in the comment section if we should trade FOMC live, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. See you tomorrow.